Ancient Persia was a vast and powerful empire, a beacon of strength and unity. The capital city, Susa, stood as a testament to human achievement and grandeur. From his majestic throne, King Xerxes led with authority and vision. His lavish banquets were a celebration of prosperity and the spirit of generosity. During one such grand event, Xerxes called upon his queen Vashti to join him. He wished to honor her beauty before his guests, but Queen Vashti stood firm in her dignity. She courageously defied the king's command. This act of bravery angered Xerxes. He decided to remove Vashti from her position as queen. Thus began a quest for a new queen. Xerxes sought a woman of exceptional beauty and grace, a woman worthy of the honor and responsibility of being queen. He searched far and wide across his kingdom. His advisors presented him with many women of remarkable beauty and character. Among their women brought to the palace was a young Jewish woman named Esther. Esther was an orphan. She had been raised by her cousin, Mordecai. Mordecai was a wise and devout man. He loved Esther dearly. He instructed her to keep her Jewish identity a secret. Esther possessed a rare beauty and a gentle spirit. She found favor in the eyes of the king. Xerxes chose Esther to be his new queen. Esther's life was forever changed. She had risen from obscurity to a position of great power and influence. She would soon face a challenge that would test her courage and faith. Mordecai continued to advise Esther. He visited her often. He warned her of dangers at the palace. He taught her to be strong and resourceful. Esther listened carefully to her beloved cousin. She trusted his wisdom and guidance. One day, Mordecai uncovered a plot against the king. Two of Xerxes' guards planned to assassinate him. Mordecai quickly informed Esther. Esther courageously alerted the king, saving his life. The guards were caught and justice was served. At the palace, a man named Haman rose to a position of power. Haman was an Agagite. He was proud and arrogant. He demanded that everyone bow down to him. Mordecai stood firm and refused to bow. He would only bow to God. This unwavering faith infuriated Haman. Haman's hatred for Mordecai grew. He devised a wicked plan. He would use his power to destroy Mordecai and all the Jews in Persia. Haman went to Xerxes. He told the king lies about the Jews. He convinced Xerxes that they were dangerous and disloyal. Xerxes granted Haman permission to deal with the Jews as he saw fit. Haman issued a decree. It ordered the extermination of all Jews in Persia. The decree was sent throughout the land. The Jews were in grave danger. Their lives hung in the balance. Mordecai learned of the decree. He was devastated. He sent word to Esther. He pleaded with her to intervene. Esther was afraid. She knew the danger of approaching the king uninvited, but Mordecai urged her to act. He reminded her that her silence would not save her. Esther gathered her courage. She resolved to act. She called for all the Jews in Susa to fast and pray with her for 3 days. After the fast, Esther approached the king uninvited. Xerxes welcomed her. He held out his golden scepter. This meant she despaired. Esther invited Xerxes and Haman to a banquet. At the banquet, Esther revealed her true identity. She told Xerxes of Haman's plot. The king was furious. He ordered Haman to be executed. Esther's bravery saved her people. The king revoked Haman's decree. The Jews were allowed to defend themselves. They emerged victorious. This victory is celebrated by Jews every year during the festival of Purim.